Greetings and salutations! It looks like it's time for the beach episode. In Find Love or Die Trying. So, just as Kat said, Ali was by the beach. She was looking out at the ocean. Morning, Ali. Silverain, it's always nice to see you. The difference between Ali's voice during the day and night was like day and night. I guess we do have to worry about the Karens, but still it takes something to get used to. I know it's going to be tough to stop your previous dates with all the other girls, but I think I've got a good shot. I'm looking forward to it, Ali. You better be, we've been saving the best for last. She reached for my hand. Walk with me? I reached out to her outstretched hand. Be my pleasure. Two of us walked around the beach for a while, getting to know each other. So what will you be doing when the show's over? First thing is I'm going to say hey to my family again and make them a nice dinner. I'm sure they've gone sick with worry in the last week I've been gone. I know what they're thinking right now, at least 2 years since then. Kat was right, sometimes remembering is a blessing. Ali doesn't have that luxury. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you, come on. She pulled me over by the hand into the forest. How to say, Ali's really impressed me. Of course it was her deliberate plan to come into the forest and get to the hangar, but she made it seem so spontaneous. You're gonna love that I saw her at the same moment she did. It's all we could do to stand and watch. No. She staggered and almost fell. And who could blame her? The hangar was engulfed in roaring flames. The heat was incredible. There was no way either of us could take another step towards the hangar without being burned alive. The stench of burning oil assaulted me without mercy. We were at a loss for words. In front of all this flames was her walking away from the flames. Somehow I just know it was her. Cat. Sorry, Ari Silverain, there's been a small change of plans. I'm sure you can tell, but we've hit a few snags with the hangar. How about you spend your day on the ground instead? I wanted to scream. I wanted to attack her with every bone in my body. You know what? I'm sure it's a bad ending if we do this. I attack her. As long as I took one step, I could feel her hand pulling me back. It's Ali. One look from her says everything. You can't do this. She's right. I can't afford to put everyone in danger. I hold myself back from giving away what this planet meant to me and all the strength I had. Hey, calm down. Cat might be able to read the face and see that. Sounds fine to me, Cat. I'm just glad you're safe. What happened? I'm still looking into it. Well, either way, there's nothing we can do about that. How about we go somewhere else, Silverain? She reached my hand and held it tight. How could she smile at me? Of course, Ali. The rest of the day, Ali and I were put on a performance of a lifetime. Our faces over smiles and laughter, we know more than ever that we were trapped in Cat's macabre puppet show. But like Cat loved to make us dance. She must have known we were trying to escape, but how? Did we make a mistake? Did Thor give us away? Should we have ever trusted him in the first place? Who can I trust now? Time is ticking. At the end of the show looms closer and closer. It's time to meet with the group, but what will we even do? There's no way we can escape. Our last chance died of the hangar. Should I just make a break for it? No, I'd never make it, and the others would suffer for my mistake. What would I do? Don't look so good, Silverain. Ooh, what do you want? I'm not in a great mood right now. Can we talk later? You're not much for acting, are you, Silverain? Look, I already know about you and your plan to escape. My blood ran cold. You know, take the plane, fly away from here. It wasn't hard to figure out. I tried to say something in my defense, but my voice wouldn't come out. It's all I could do, not to stand wide-eyed. I know, and the others found the lab. I know you got your memories back. At least the others did. And I know that every night you would all work together to try and find a way out. I knew it was going too smoothly. It was pretty obvious. I mean, of course I'd know. I'm the reason you got this far. What do you mean? Just follow me. You saved all of us. Sorry, you'll save all of us this time. We walked to the locked room near the games room. She took out her master key and span it round. Never really thought a bunny could take a key from me, right? Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. She opened the door. The others were inside, looking as surprised as I was. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now, Cat. How about two? First, your inside man was never Thor, it was me. I mean, come on, he wouldn't be smart enough for something like this. Second, you only have had a chance at escaping silent because of me. Newsflash, Ali, those tanks would never just bug out. You're the one who let me out my tank. The one and only. Ali was at loss for words and I was no different. What do you want, Cat? Honestly, same thing as you guys. I want off this crazy train, I want out. I want you guys to include me on your little escape plan. What? Do I have something on my face? As hard as I believe, the list of people who want to stay on this island is pretty short. Hell no, we can't trust you. I'm sure, but I remember I tried to escape with you before. I trusted you and I even fell for you. Even 5 girls in enough. Unbelievable. Oh, come on. None of these times I've remembered to, you know, falling in love with them. You can't blame me for that. And then you betrayed me and shot me. There's no way I could ever trust you. You're just going to stab us in the back. Is that all true, Cat? I'm ashamed to say it is. But I didn't have a choice. You know our head is with Damien. Doesn't matter if you share the same blood. We'll take the people who love hostage and use them to force you to dance to his tune. I'm sorry I betrayed you, Silverain. I really am. But I had to do it again. I'd do it again in a heartbeat because there was someone I needed to save. I know I must look like the villain to you, but believe me, I have people I care about too. You're so compassionate. How can you burn our only way out of here? You're lucky I did, Silverain. If you'd actually flown as planned, you'd all be at the bottom of the ocean right now. What do you mean? It's a cruel trick of Damien's. He knew there was a chance that people on the show would recover their memories and try to escape. So he made us build the hangar and the plane. It's the one place anyone trying to escape would go. Exactly. I told you in the past, Ellie, never fly that plane or take the boat out of sight of this island. If you did, you would have blown up like fireworks. That and Ali were in that plane, which looked more than flying death trap, sent a chill down my spine. I was thinking they'd have probably rigged the plane to blow. Look, the simple reality is you need me to escape. Without me, you won't even make it past the barrier. What barrier? Exactly. And though I hate it, I need you guys to help me, us escape. If you reached out a hand towards me for a handshake. Allies? Let's discuss first. Cat leaned against the wall while the rest of us debated what to do. Can we really trust her? This might just be another trap. It's not like it'd be the first... Sorry, it's not like it'd be the first by her you'd fall into, Silverain. You're right. That said, it's not like we have much of it to lose at this point. Even if she'd done terrible things to us in the past, we still need her to escape. You? Alright, Ali? I'm fine, I'm just angry at myself. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. We're still alive and that's what counts. She's right, you know. I'm not sure how I feel about this either right now, but we're alive. That counts for something. You're right, Silverain. As much as I hate to say it, I think we'll need Cat's help, trustworthy or not, to stay that way. But we'll need to keep an eye on her. I couldn't say it better myself. Alright, Cat, if you want our help, you're going to need to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is this sick show for? And why have you been forcing us to repeat it over and over and over? As someone from the Resistance, that should be obvious to you. This is just one of 100 killing shows we air. Shows that keep people scared and keep people from organising against the government. You want to paralyse people with fear? You broadcast exactly what will happen to you if you rise up. You're monsters, you know that. I don't disagree with you, but we're not in charge here. Some of us still have family to lose, Ali. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally on a test audience to see what kind of ratings they bring for the fortunate, and what kind of despair they bring to the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we air it. If it wasn't efficient, well, we couldn't just film a killing show over and over to see which version rated best. You can't bring people back from the dead. It's the same for the test audience. You couldn't just make them watch multiple versions of a show. They remember the previous versions that influence their opinions. So there's no way to test multiple versions of a show without losing the feeling that lives are really in danger. But my memory rewriter changed that. It did. We were able to reuse everybody, our volunteer actors, a test audience. Since we could just make people forget what happened, we could film run after run of the show where each as if it was the first time for all of you. And that's exactly what we've been doing here for the last 2 years. There's a lot to hear. I had a feeling, but to know that people were looking at us like we were nothing but lab rats, I was genuinely afraid of my life. Sickening. I was silent for a while. You've been testing the show this long, so where's the real deal? There's no real thing. It's only the version that tests the best. That said, there's only so many times Amy was willing to spend on this show, and that time is almost up. It's the last run of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know Damien, and I know I let you and your chosen partner go if you cheat good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry I waited this long to try and help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all, but there's nothing left to lose now. She extended a hand to me for a handshake. Allies, at least till we're out here. Don't know if we really have a choice in this time here. If you wanted to, you could report us right now. That's true, my word would count for more than all of yours. If I wouldn't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. And it's a deal. Ali shook Cat's hand. Cat, are you sure you don't want to? I'm fine, Scarlet. It's not important anymore. We don't have any time to waste. If you say so. Anyway. The only time we escape last day of the show between midnight and just before the sun goes up. That's when the boat comes to welcome a newly engaged couple. And that's the only way off this island alive. Also done as a supply ship, we used it for replenishing during each run of the show. There's really no other planes on the island. A boat would be far slower. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. There's a protective shell around the island which performs two functions. First, it renders invisible to satellite. It's the reason why your people couldn't find us, Ali. Second, anything bigger than the human being tries to get in and out of inside the barrier will be fried unless it's emitting a compatible IFF signal. The only way off this island will have that signal is the boat. Betting it will be heavily guarded. Well, yes, but not from the people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew. It's the staff on the island we'll have to watch out for. Still leaves the question of how we deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them and not even 10 of us. Actually, no, it'll be so hard after all. I got a plan that might just work. We're going to give them all food poisoning. We're cooking lunches for them now. Oh, I have to admit it's a little crazy. I like the sound of that. If it involves zombies again, I'm out. You explain the plan to us with renewed confidence. Inspire anyone to believe. Luckily, we have tomorrow and just the amount of time we need. This might work, you're a mad genius. It's crazier than anything I'd imagine and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. Wait, are we even listening to the same plan? The others went their separate ways to help prepare for Violet's plan. But Cat stayed. Our business wasn't finished just yet. What's up? Okay. Let's save again. How am I supposed to trust you? I want to trust you, Cat, I really do. But you've burned me before. How could I ever trust you now? That's fair. The only thing I can say is to try and make you trust me is we both have people we care about, Silverain. And if you don't escape, then that person the person I care about will go down with you. She's talking about me. It's very obvious she's talking about me, but the character's got as much sense as a bag of nails. And the bag of hammers next to it. Okay. I'm not asking for you to put your neck out for me. You'll never have to. I'm asking for you to help someone that you've never met and you never will. Someone innocent. It's strange. This woman has put me through hell and treated me like a lab rat and more. And yet, somehow I think she's telling the truth. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if you trust me. You'll see tomorrow I'm going along with Violet's plan either way. And I'll trust you, Cat. I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be, I literally shot you. I think that earns you the right to be angry and more, though. Well, I've gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple of weeks straight, but I've got to know you. And I think you're rude, manipulative, and have no problem lying to my face. Hey, can we skip to the part where you compliment me? You're also incredibly crass, and you keep your secrets from everybody, and... You finished? But I don't think you're a bad person. Every time the show ran, you always talked to me to make me feel like I wasn't alone. And you made sure I never lost hope. I know that was never part of the job and you didn't have to do that. Yet you did it over and over. It must have been so tiring to do that over and over, knowing full well we were doomed. I don't know why you're doing all this, but I believe that you do care about helping people. I'm flattered, Silverain. But you've got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've ever done for you and the others has been for my own selfish reasons. It just happens to line up nicely. Though I appreciate the compliment. Unlike before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. We went our separate ways shortly after. I spent the rest of the night helping others prepare for the plan. I was exhausted when I went back to my room, but I still couldn't fall asleep for several hours. As if there was something on the tip of my tongue, but I could barely grasp it. Yet somehow I know I'm closer than I've ever been. Kat was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff instead, a thank you for all your hard work party. As soon as she told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything and helped prepare for it. While the staff were preparing the party grounds during the day, each of us were hard at work making other parts of it went well. Violet cooked mountains of food as her life depended on it, truth it did. He was playing games for the staff outside. It didn't take for her to become a fast favourite for them. Pretty sure half the staff were playing games just so they could get her to notice them, but she knew it. After I met, I was really impressed by you. Her plan is really coming together. Tara and Scott would join forces to make sure all the staff joined the festivities. Tara used Kat's producer room to find any stragglers who hadn't joined the festivities. And as Tara found them one by one, Scarlett turned on the charm and made sure they'd come with her to the party. When it came for the time for Scarlett to switch to her other mission, Ali took over. Though I'm told she employed more force than charm. Meanwhile, I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to make sure every part of our plan was going smoothly. And for once it did. A few hours later, we had every staff member on the island partying and their lights out. Everyone's here? You bet. Should have seen the ones that tried to run. I made sure everyone came and stayed too. Perfect. Everyone's eaten? As they should have. It's fine food. Looks like it's all going to plan. I'm just going to go ahead and get to the fun part. Scarlett pulled out a remote from her pocket and pressed the button on it. A few seconds later, fireworks shooting into the night sky above the party grounds. The cheers of the staff were like thunder. And with that, the plan is going as smoothly as it could be. Great job, team. We owe you one, you. Right back at you, Ali. We cheered as firework after firework lit up the night sky. Whoa, are the fireworks supposed to be this bright? Come to think of it, those fireworks are practically blinding. I have to say, I did a pretty good job with these fireworks. Though there might be some side effects watching them from so close. Let's worry about that later. The fireworks was a signal to those trying to escape. There's nothing left to do except wait. It's going to be a long night. I know what we said before, but it's such a shame to spend tonight just worrying over what may happen tomorrow. We might live, we might die, same as any other day. How about instead we just dance the night away? You know what, that sounds great. That sounds lovely, let's do it. Come on, let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Yuck. Don't be like that, Tara. It'd be good to blow off some steam. Dancing sounds like exercise, and exercise... Ali picked Tara up over her shoulder. And away we go! Come on, come on. Scarlett grabbed my hand and pulled me with her to where the people were dancing. The others followed close behind. You sure are carefree, huh? Some things never change. Maybe we'll get out of here tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, though. I'd like to think that one day we'll look back and remember this day. It's the most fun night I've ever had out of all the nights I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow, and now we'll find out if there is a tomorrow for us. And at the end of this extra long episode, we approach the end. Now, I'm sure that after this, it's going to have the boats, and then we'll probably have one of the endings. So I will see you soon.